Yep.
Let's rock the new movement. Mic check is good.
We good.
D Martinez, a.k.a. DMoney Martinez.
Whatever you want to call me, but you got to add respect to the name. That's it. As long as you add respect to it, you can say D Martinez, Larry Drip, whatever.
But we trying to get rid of the money. You said it's a little cliche.
The money's starting to get cliche to me.
You just feel like it's overused. You just don't got the money.
Nah, I'm going to be honest. That was a name that was given to me.
Because, before Drewski, they used to call me A-Money.
Okay.
Right? That was my name.
Yeah, A-Money sound more
when I was in the
though,
streets.
than D-Money. Because D-Money was, like you said, it was used too much.
Right.
A-Money is like, nobody's doing the A-Money. So if you're A-Money, we understand you just A-Money. That's him. There ain't no, D-Money. There's a D-E-E money. There's a D-apostrophe money. It's too much.
Right.
D Martinez. That's it.
D Martinez.
D Martinez. That's right here on the movement. We starting that right here.
From now on. Refer to him as D Martinez, a.k.a. Larry Drip.
Can y'all call Apple and Spotify and tell them we got to switch the catalog
YouTube,
over, please?
Let's change it.
Appreciate it.
But Larry Drip, D Martinez, I understand. I feel like that's government, right?
Yeah.
Well, who's Larry Drip? Is this an alter ego?
Larry Drip was something that I created when I came to the city to record Larry Drip 1. I was in the studio with my cousin Dev.
Shout out to Dev.
Dev stats. Bro asked me, yo, what's popping in Boston? What's going on? And I didn't have nothing to say because at the time there was nothing going on.
What time was this though? So people understand where we at.
I was at IMI Studios in, that was where? That's in the Bronx, right?
No, that's in Lower East Side.
Lower East Side. All right, so yeah, that was 2018 into 19. Okay. No, 2019. 2019.
In 2019, you felt like there was nothing going on?
He was asking me, what's this artist that popped from my city recently, the last 2 years. But 2019, before the pandemic, it was
quiet.
It was quiet. Nothing music related. So the Larry Drip part came from just a hashtag. And I hashtag Larry Drip because I wanted to stand for something as iconic as Larry Bird.
Got it. So Larry came from Larry Bird.
Yeah. Drip came from what was going on at the time in 2018, 2019. I just added it to the drip. So I called myself Larry Drip and I hashtag it on Instagram. And the next thing you know, I'm walking the streets and everybody's like, yo, Larry Drip. And I'm like, I'm gonna run with it. What up, bro? Type shit. So that's what it was.
So then you decide, yo, I'm gonna put a whole tape together. Larry Drip 1.
Well, before we get there, the house that I grew up in in Dorchester, the number of it was 33, right? That was Larry Bird's number.
Did you feel like Larry Drip 2 had to have some significant number or something to it? Was there Larry Drip 2? Did it fall on a certain date? Did it have some weird, ironic, background to it?
No, it did not. It was just, you know how I came to New York? I came to New York to record Larry Drip 1.
So the whole project you did in New York?
Just about. I did it on the road and I did it in New York.
Got it.
But I own my own studio. But me personally, I have to feel a vibe when I record music.
Right.
I'll pull out my computer, my mic, my interface, and my keyboard, and if
no matter where you at,
no matter where I'm at, that's where I'm gonna record the song. So I think I recorded Larry Drip 1. I was on the road doing a song with Zoe Dollars. It was called Perky's, and during the session of that session, I went into another room and recorded different, and then. That's how things were happening. I was so much on the road that I was just downtime. No, it was record time. So I was recording on a plane too. The first time I recorded on a plane was Larry Drip 1. That was a dope experience too.
Was it a stranger sitting next to you?
I ain't give a. I could swear.
Of course.
I ain't give a fuck. You gonna listen to this music?
Right.
And you want to come out? I'll give you some writer's credit.
That was nice.
Period.
That's nice of you.
Yeah, if they was yo contributing. Yeah, that's how I am. I give credit to everybody that
Now you mentioned working with Zoe Dollars.
Yeah.
For people that not aware of your background, you're an artist, writer, producer, engineer.
Yes.
You got a lot of hats.
I wear a lot of hats. Yeah.
Where did it start though? Because it wasn't. You don't just come out the gate like, yo, I'm gonna write, I'm gonna produce, I'm gonna sing.
Well, it started with my dad. Right. My dad at 6 years old. My dad was a musician. Is a musician.
Still a musician.
Still a musician to this day. My brother's a musician. My uncles, all my uncles.
It's in the blood.
It's in the blood. But we talking about people who've made it to their destinations where they want it to be. Right. To me, there's no destination. It's what else can I do? I'm not chilling. Friends wanted me to go to school and become a lawyer, a doctor. And I went to school just to say I got it done.
Right.
But that's not what I wanted to do because I knew what I wanted to do in life.
But I love the fact that, like you said, you went to school.
Yeah.
But you use it in your music and you're honest about it too. Like,
I am.
I forgot the first record, but it's like, am I not gangster because I'm smart, basically?
Because I got an education.
Right, because I got an education.
D-Money, you ain't like that. Because a nigga got an education, you won't fight back.
Right.
Like, took his...
What you like to refer to as conscious trap.
Conscious trap.
Right? What does that mean? Because it's not super bar, you know what I'm like, super hippity hop.
Yeah.
Because you could still listen to it. And like you said, you feel cool listening to it.
I'm not a rapper. I just unravel poems. Like, when I met Perf and Chance, that's when I started to get into the creation of hip hop.
But this is what, 10 years old?
I would say the first record that I did, Let It Bump, when did that drop? No. That was Let It Bump is like 2007. I was probably 11, 12.
11, 12.
13.
This is when you said, yo, I'm going to start recording music.
Yeah, and I was, you know what, I was a producer. Like, I was going into the station. I was going into jamming as a producer, as a writer already at that age. And I was more comfortable being a producer and an engineer because I wasn't molded in how I wanted to sound yet. Not what I was saying. I didn't like the way I sounded at first as a kid, you know? And then it wasn't until I started molding into my own voice, I'm like, all right, I can get accustomed to this. And it took not one project, not two projects, not three projects. I think in the lifetime span, I probably made 20 projects and I only account for 3 or 4. So everything that was before is kind of like, you know, my process to get into where I am today. Prepping. And I also am a firm believer that you really don't put out your debut album until you got a charting record.
Got it.
So I'm going to still keep working and I'm going to still keep dropping music until that point.
Right.
And even after.
So Larry Drip 3, which is on its way.
Yeah.
You don't consider it an album?
Nah, this is going to be a double album. You seen how many songs on that, and
of course.
that will be the last installment to Larry Drip, though.
That's the last one we're getting.
That's the last one.
Do you like prepare yourself for, okay, Larry Drip 3 is the last one? Are you on your next one already? Do you know where you're going with it? Like, do you know what you want?
I feel like I just want to make music, bro. I don't know.
Right.
What I just know I make music, and once I have a certain amount of songs that I'm working with, I pick the best ones that coincide with each other with how I'm feeling at the moment and how I want the album to sound.
Right.
I don't have I'm not premeditated with the recording process. You're supposed to be as free as possible when you're recording music. Right. I don't know if I'm not here to school or anybody.
Of course, no.
Just for me.
But then I'll say, yeah, but D, you got your own studio. Not everyone has access to their own studio, so you can freely do what you want, when you want, how you want. Where there's artists that...
I love that you just said that, because the same amount of money I would have spent recording at somebody else's studio, it's probably the same amount of money that you would spend building your own studio. Probably more.
Right.
Opening up a business in a recording studio, for real. That was in 2020.
Which is very smart.
Yeah.
Right? Because you don't only just record yourself. You allow
other people
artists to come in and do sessions.
We booked up GTR Studios.
Shout out to GTR Studio.
Yeah, Rhode Island. Pawtucket, Rhode Island. Let's do it.
Do you sometimes, if you're in there recording an artist and hear something you like, right? They're just there for their session.
I'm not that type of person. I'm the type of guy that I am when I'm in the studio is, number one, there's no money involved with me.
Right.
When I'm in that space, you got to have time for business and then time for music. But if you're doing both in one space, you're not giving your all, right?
Right.
So if I'm in the studio and I just happen to casually be in the studio, I'm not thinking of budgeting or anything. I'm thinking of more of the help. Because when I was in position, or when I was in the studio with the biggest artists, they was doing the same thing, regardless of whether there was money involved or not.
Right.
They were. And maybe it was the aura that I brought into the room that maybe they wanted to help. But I look at it as, if I'm in a position to help somebody or give them credit or give them advice on to how to make their stuff better, because in my city, people look at me as as somebody who's been around or been working with a lot of
seasoned.
I'm seasoned. Yeah, that's a great word. So I just try to keep a humble face and
But do people try to work at your studio to get next to you?
yeah, a lot.
How do you handle that?
You know what? I think once they see that I'm a regular person and I don't put the other bullshit ahead
Right.
of what it is, I think they get a little bit more comfortable. But people are, I tell them, like, working with me is a cheat code. Because if you don't sound good, I'm going to make you sound good.
Right.
But you're going to leave that room wanting to come back, wanting to book more time, wanting to work with me for real. And then that's when I'm going to really text your ass.
Got it. Kind of reel them in.
Well, you got to reel them in. You got to show what you're able to do before you put out any. And that's another thing. A lot of people put out their price before they know what you can do.
Of course.
And it's kind of like, I try to, not everybody going to have it like that, right? Like, people think I got it, but I don't have it. Like, I've worked for it.
That's why we're taking the money out.
Yeah.
It's D Martinez.
Exactly.
It ain't like that yet.
It ain't like that yet. I don't know what money y'all talking about. What money?
Larry Drip 3 on the way.
Larry Drip 3
the
on the
single Ibiza is out now.
Facto.
Trying to stack the money so we could get to Ibiza to shoot the video.
Yo, you know what? One of my homegirls was just in Ibiza. She's like, do you want me to do a video for you? I'm still waiting on the video right now. But so I'm like, yo, send me as much content.
Matter of fact, anybody who's in it. Am I saying it right? Ibiza or
Ibiza.
Ibiza.
We say Hispanics say Ibiza.
Ibiza.
Yeah, Ibiza.
If you're in
Ibiza.
No matter if we know you or not, do a video, send it to them.
Facts.
I think that should be the challenge.
Yeah, we could. And you know what?
And all these girls want to be flown out to
exactly.
Ibiza. So let's go. Start sending those videos, little 15, 30 seconds, because the record is out.
Yeah, it's out.
They can find it on their gram.
They can find it on TikTok. They can find it on the gram with the lyrics. They can find it on wherever you want to stream. Spotify title, it's on there. So all you got to do is go look for it, put your video behind it, or you can make the video with the song already there. You know, IG and TikTok give you that option. So
that's cool. But for all the beautiful women that's in Ibiza, I think they should be doing it straight from Ibiza.
All the beautiful women in Ibiza. We take a flight to Ibiza.
But so
trying to make you my señorita.
You planning on shooting that video soon, right? That's the plan.
Yes.
That'll be the next D Martinez video dropping.
Yes, sir.
And then when do we get Larry Drip 3? Is there a date for it?
You know what? Larry Drip 3 is like 95% done. But I record every day. And I try to minimize how much. And this is why I said the double album. Because I was really thinking of doing literally 10 and 10 instead of just giving them like a Chris Brown 20-track album. But I'm really trying to do a double disc. And that's the first time I'll try some stuff like that. And I think it'll go good. I think people are really, really receptive of good music. And I'm not even like being biased on that. I just know that because of the people who I worked with, like how would I have been in the same room as Gucci Mane? How would I have been in the same room as Scarface?
Right.
A legend.
How do you get in those rooms? One may ask.
Okay.
How do they get in those rooms? How are you invited to that party?
Well, it just so happens that I just keep myself around talented people. I guess I put out music, and I always say this. Nothing would work for me if I didn't put out music first. Nobody would know about me. Nobody would know about my studio. Nobody would care about anything, right? So the first thing that I do is just try to be as authentic as possible with my music. And when that happens, obviously it gets around. I'm very, like, my network game is just impeccable sometimes. So I just be like, and you got to, when I'm in the room, I don't want to make myself the elephant in the room, but I want you to feel me when I'm in the room.
I'm here.
I'm here. And it's gonna take some time for you to do one of these to me because I'm right here with you. So you're gonna feel me in the room, but it's gonna be some cool shit. It's not gonna be I'm a bully.
Right.
I'm in the room. Loud. Everybody watch out. Like, it's not that. It's like, let's make everybody feel at home. We in the same room. Hey, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do?
And how can we do something
and how
together?
Can we do something together to make the situation bigger?
In 2019, Stats asked what was going on in the town. You said it was really nothing.
Yeah.
In 2022, if I asked you that same question, what's the answer now?
Bia, Millie's, Coil Ray, D Martinez, and I know you from Jersey,
Right?
And Coyle Ray.
I was gonna say.
Coyle Ray
I know
was
her
raised
dad.
here.
She was raised. Okay.
She was raised here, but she was
Okay.
from the city.
All right. So
Benzino, he from the city.
Benzino, yes.
Yeah, but she was.
I'm gonna have to fight for the Coyle Ray one.
Yeah.
Shout out to Millie's. Right? Pops from
Eddie
from the
Fish.
Bean.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Let me see who else is popping. Cousin Stiz. Cousin Stiz from the same hood I'm from, Dorchester. You know what I'm saying? Let me see who else popping. You got. I know you heard of you recognize a few names.
Of course,
right?
yeah, of course.
Yeah. But these are really like, you know, I got a record with Millie's. It's pretty dope, and it's, you know, he got his fame, and now the record that me and him did, for some reason, just the streams are just going up now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, word.
He's working hard though. Shout out to Millie's.
Millie's is working hard, really hard.
He makes it look good.
It makes it look really, really well for Massachusetts. Let's clarify that Massachusetts. Yeah,
I love it. I love the
You know what I'm
fact,
saying?
you know, 2-3 years later, you could say a bunch of names.
Facts, man. Because we waited a long time. No. Shout out to the Edo G's of the world. Shout out to the Benzinos of the world. Shout out to all the people that came, all the Perfect and Chances of the world. And even all the DJs that really do their thing in my city. I support a lot of DJs in the city. When I see a DJ that I really, really like, I go to his nights, and it's bottles on top of bottles and on top of bottles on bottles.
They said the same thing. I remember them saying, like,
Yo,
the relationship with the DJs goes a long way.
Because reality in Massachusetts, what else can we do other than, you know,
branch
branch out?
You could be like Wiz Khalifa and start bullying them out.
Wiz Khalifa's at a point where he should be traveling with his own DJ. And if he doesn't have the budget,
he definitely has the budget.
He definitely have the budget.
That's a whole different situation.
That's a whole.
I feel like he was just there. He was hosting it. You don't really bring your DJ.
On the, you know what I'm saying? But nah, my DJ come with me everywhere. I'm gonna be real. Shows, whether I'm performing or not, because he got all my music. If I need to do a show or whatever, yes, we can. Drewski, I'm gonna be honest. If it was somebody like you, yes. Drewski, play my shit, and however we rock, we got whatever, right? But, as an artist, I feel like it's pivotal that you have somebody that carries your music with you at all times, because anything could happen at any time. Me walking in the building in my city is like prime time. Grab the mic. You're going to do this right now.
Right.
And that's how it was for a long time up until I got to where I'm at. We would go into the club 30, 40 deep.
Right.
And even DJs who come into the city know that, oh, you got to play some D Martinez tonight. That's how it was. That's how it still is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's all love, though. We do it in a lovable way. You know what I'm saying? Because we got to show face as the people who are from the city, and we want to welcome you into the city. That's it.
For the new people, how can they follow you and tap in with everything?
DMoney Martinez. DMoney Martinez, or you could Google Larry Drip. All my information gonna come up. But pretty much I'm DMoney Martinez on Twitter, Spotify, Facebook, Instagram, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
There it is. Appreciate you stopping by.
Every time.
The new movement, Drewski, D Money.
Yeah. Know that.